we won't let freedom die. The whole world's brainwashed.
Everybody pick a team, start a riot in the streets.
The whole world's brainwashed.
It's us against them, it ain't you against me.
Step 1, train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situational design. They can't stop us, 'cause we're ready to fight.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Obviously, everybody's been covering this Bud Light story, and it'll probably flop on my channel, but there's actually a lot of, more interesting topics, more subtleties around this, showing that really Bud Light may have really made a misstep here. There is a lot of kind of fine lining when you court controversy, and that's exactly what they did when they hired Dylan Mulvaney, which is basically a free marketing campaign. Now they pay him, I guess numbers estimate about $100,000 to hold a can of their beer in hopes that it will sell to, I don't know, Zoomers that follow this weirdo on his social media stuff. But I don't exactly think that's going to work. They drink micro brews and local brews and IPAs and stuff like that. So what it did is it set kind of the conservative world on fire with calls to boycott and, rage. Budweiser then doubled down. But since then, their website has been taken down. They've had to cancel appearances. The backlash, I believe, is far more significant than they ever would have expected. And you have major recording artists basically saying, you know what, I don't want your Anheuser-Busch products away from on my tours. I don't want them. So it's definitely bigger than what they expected. You see Travis Tritt here saying, I've removed all Anheuser-Busch products from my hospitality riders, meaning like he doesn't want their products anywhere around where he's at. He also said, I know many other artists who are doing the same. I'm not a country music fan, but it always seems like they're the only ones with the stones to actually come out and stand up against a lot of this stuff. And that's got, 152,000 likes. These are a lot of people that probably drink Bud Light. Then you have Tom McDonald doing a video talking about the ridiculousness around it, and how, let's see if
all right, so there's a lot of people talking about the new trans spokesperson for Bud Light beer, Dylan Mulvaney. Apparently, to celebrate Dylan's 365th day as a woman, they've put Dylan's face on the can. Yeah, Dylan, the woman. Yeah. Personally, I think it'd be more appropriate to put David's face on some Pennzoil transmission fluid. Get it? What the hell? Hey, Bud Light, my mom's been a woman for 23,725 days. You didn't put her face on a can. Rosa Parks ain't on a can. Mother Teresa ain't on a can. Joan of Arc ain't on a can. Mother Mary ain't on a can. And she gave birth to Jesus.
So he points out, obviously, a lot of other women's faces aren't on cans. This video has 550,000 views. I mean, I don't think this is the kind of smoke that they wanted. Obviously, the world saw Kid Rock going after Budweiser, and I believe that Budweiser was a very big sponsor of his. He went and took care of a couple cans of Budweiser with giving them a lead injection. Then you saw this out of Springfield. This week's scheduled Budweiser Clydesdale appearances have been canceled, according to a statement from Anheuser-Busch. Local Budweiser distributor Will Fisher Distributing decided to cancel all of the Springfield Clydesdale showings, citing safety concerns for their employees. KOLR 10 reached out to Anheuser-Busch for comment, but the company has not released any other details. Anheuser-Busch has recently come under scrutiny with its partnership with Dylan Mulvaney. A popular example of the backlash is a video of Kid Rock wearing a mega cap announcing his disapproval of Anheuser-Busch and the partnership by using a tool to destroy the cans. I mean, and this on top of obviously their website going down. By the way, just as a public service announcement, Anheuser-Busch actually sells a lot of products, not just Budweiser and Bud Light, but Bass's. They sell Michelob, Stella Artois, Labatt Blue, Rolling Rock, Goose Island, Hurricane, King Cobra, Corona, Land Shark. These are all Anheuser-Busch products. So there's a lot of infographics going on around there. Natty Ice is an Anheuser-Busch product. O'Doul's, St. Pauli Girl is one of theirs. So there's a lot of these that you may be drinking that I just think, it's such an easy thing to change. And you see this, country star Travis Tritt drops all Anheuser-Busch beers from his tour as backlash continues. Country music star Travis Tritt has become the latest celebrity to blast Anheuser-Busch. His decision to remove all their products from his tour bus comes after fellow singer Kid Rock angrily went after a couple cases of Bud Light. Obviously, Mulvaney on a can now. Travis Tritt, now 60, has joined the outrage, saying that he would be removing all Anheuser-Busch products from his hospitality rider. He added that there were many other artists doing the same, but were not coming forward because of fear of being ridiculed and canceled. Tritt has a combined following of, again, 700,000 followers compared to Mulvaney's 1.7 million on Instagram alone. He admitted that he had been on tour with Budweiser, one of the many brands under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella in the 90s. The multi-award-winning artist added that was when Anheuser-Busch was American-owned, a great American company that later sold out to Europeans and became unrecognizable to the American consumer. Such a shame. Of course, Tritt appears to be referring to the Belgian company InBev, an American Anheuser-Busch agreeing to combine back in 2008 with Budweiser as their flagship brand. He then took aim at RuPaul, Jack Daniels, posting a picture of social media saying, all the Jack Daniels drinkers should take note. Thousands of people commented on, obviously, the Kid Rock video, posting footage online to his 1.9 million combined followers. So here's the thing. How many of Dylan Mulvaney's followers do you think drink Bud Light? I'm going to guess 7. If you look at Kid Rock's followers, I'm going to guess in the tens of thousands. Travis Tritt, tens of thousands. Maybe between the two, you might have 100,000 regular Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch drinkers in their fan bases. John Rich, I believe, also has said something about this. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. Of course, it sparked further backlash from fans who are already hitting out at the decision to make Mulvaney a part of the brand. PR experts previously told Daily Mail that the decision to change their marketing so drastically was like setting their loyal fan base on fire. Gareth Boyd, marketing and PR director at Forte Analytica, says that while he can understand where the decision came about, it's not the right way to go about it. Speaking to Daily Mail, he said, "I really cannot understand their approach for this because their core audience just cannot relate. Cutting your core audience and hope that you can draw a completely new audience in who haven't been exposed before doesn't make any sense." Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch did not respond to a request for comment when contacted from Daily Mail. Several former customers filmed themselves pouring beer away down the sink and toilet, while others emptied their fridge of the product into bins. But the company has stood behind the TikTok star, who was accused of dressing in a childlike way, with more than 10 million followers, with Anheuser-Busch saying the cans were a personal gift. They added that she is one of the hundreds of influencers that the company partners with. In a statement, the spokesperson said, "From time to time, we produce unique commemorative cans for fans and for brand influencers like Dylan Mulvaney. Mulvaney has earned hundreds of thousands of dollars, won allies in the White House, is elbowing their way into the world of Hollywood celebrities, and has been documenting their journey grifting across the world." Obviously, we saw, getting involved with Nike. But again, it's continuing. Like you're talking about people that actually, and fans that actually drink your product. You see John Rich, Travis Tritt joined boycott of Bud Light after brand partners with Dylan Mulvaney. He wrote, "I will be deleting all Anheuser-Busch products from my tour hospitality rider. I know many other artists doing the same." Obviously, that's Travis Tritt. And then you hear, "Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today. Let me tell you something, be clear, as concise as possible. F Bud Light, F Anheuser-Busch. That's the Kid Rock thing. And you see country music stars John Rich, Travis Tritt, hashtag John Rich wrote, what beer should my bar, which is R&R, is that Redneck Riviera, I think, in Nashville, replace Bud Light with? This is not going away. I think the pressure is obviously staying on. And I think that this was just a significant backfire for Bud Light. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think that the conservative space has absolutely latched onto this. It's whether or not they can if they can keep a prolonged boycott up. I mean, Bud Light is just, I don't know. I've said this before. It's like entry-level beer. A lot of people drink Pepsi and Coca-Cola because it's the entry-level cola and it's out there. A lot of people drink Bud Light or Budweiser or whatever the case is because that's what their dad drank or that's what's available and cheap. Same thing with Miller. I don't think many people really think Miller is like their favorite all-time beer. Bud Light's their favorite all-time beer. Most people just really haven't bothered trying other things. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity out there for, in particular, by the way, if you're looking for an alternative to Bud Light, do a little Googling, search around to try and find an actual local brewery. Look at their website, check their Twitter handle, make sure they're not up to any shenanigans, and actually try supporting local breweries. Microbreweries are, at least in the United States, are in almost every small town or mid-sized town. You have options, or at the very least, you have state-level brewery options that are not owned by these super huge mega corporations. And Wisconsin, New Glarus is extremely popular, Spotted Cow and stuff like that. So there are many options that might cost you $1 more per 6-pack, but wouldn't you rather give them your money? I don't think this thing is stopping anytime soon for Bud Light, and well, I'm absolutely here for it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.